Hey, 20, welcome back. E3 Civic High takes a different approach to teaching students, and their methods are shaping the future of education. So much so, in fact, it's getting international attention with a special guest tonight. And joining us this morning to talk more about that and also the school's approach is Executive Director of E3 Civic High, Helen Griffith. Good to see you. Thanks for coming on the program.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
Oh, fantastic. We were talking during the break about how unique your school is and how different it is. Share with us what your specialty is and how you really teach these students.
Well, number one, we're preparing our scholars, as we call them, not students,
okay,
for college, workforce, and life. We have a competency-based education where we use technology to teach what they don't know. We bridge their gaps in terms of their competence so they're ready to prepare to go to college. We have on-site language. They study Mandarin, they study Spanish, they study abroad, they go to China, a Spanish-speaking country. We have robotics, coding. We send them, of course, to college tours at once. They all go to internships. They study undergraduate courses for free. UC courses on site.
Sure.
And they're ready to go by the time they leave us in 4 years.
Well, it has really changed since I went to school, where it was, books and it was history and math and science, and now technology is taking over. You've really got to look at education in kind of a global form because it's such a globalization. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
We're not just competing with San Francisco, we're competing with the world. And so we're preparing our scholars to think like entrepreneurs, to understand that the jobs of today may not be here tomorrow, and that they need to be resourceful, adaptable, flexible, critical thinkers, problem solvers, and they need to think like that so they can create jobs that don't yet exist.
I think sometimes people don't like school because they feel like they have to memorize a bunch of facts, which sometimes doesn't really translate into problem solving. But you take a kind of a slightly different approach, and you almost teach the scholars how to work through a problem.
That's correct. We use the design thinking approach. And we look at East Village, which is pronged with challenges. And they get to take the content, put it in application, relevancy, so they can solve those challenges right now as our young citizen leaders.
You've got a visit from Yang Zhao. He's an education expert. He's written multiple books. I mean, he's really one of the top thinkers in this field, and he's going to be at the library in downtown tonight for a special discussion.
Absolutely. He's going to engage our scholars first at 2 o'clock, and he'll speak with them, and they'll get to ask questions, and they'll hear more of the why that we're preparing them for this global world. And then he'll talk with our parents tonight, as well as educators from all over the county at 5:30.
And if somebody wants to come, they can show up?
Yes, please show up at 5:30, the Central Library, 330 Park Boulevard. We're ready to receive you for a wonderful, transformational evening.
What would be some of your advice to parents and or students just moving forward in such a different world that we live in now from, say, 20 years ago?
Number one, embrace the future, embrace the change, and don't fear. Be proactive. Understand what the trends are, that we need to change the way of thinking, as we said before, preparing our scholars to create the jobs that don't yet exist.
Helen Griffith, thanks for coming on.
It's a pleasure.
Wish you much success
as
you continue with these great endeavors, teaching our students and our scholars. Appreciate it.
Looking forward.